Fed Chair Jerome Powell signaled possible interest rate cuts this fall. How could that impact your roofing business? You're going to like this one. Let's break it down. So, guys, I know it's been slow basically for contractors since the first quarter of 2024. You guys have felt the impact of this. Of course, I'm a marketing guy. I'm also an entrepreneur. I've been in business my whole life. I fix stuff through marketing, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But hopefully what we're going to see is a little bit more movement in home prices. Maybe the interest rates cut on the 30-year and get some of that movement. But all that COVID money kind of started to dry up. Interest rates went up. People quit moving as much. They were staying at home and doing add-ons and remodeling, stuff like that. And there was a lot of money slushing around. It seemed to stop like in early 2024. So bar hailstorm, it's just been slower for a lot of you guys. Now, ironically, when you all get slow, I hear from you more because you're looking for roofs to do, looking for business. And so I get that. And I'll give you my spin on it. Hopefully this will help the market out. Who knows what's going to happen? You know, it's ridiculous. When I was a kid, we'd have like a 7 or 8 year up, a couple of years off. So we'd go boom economy, a natural recession, boom economy, a natural recession. It seems like it's been at least 10 years now, and it's just uncertainty forever. You know, it's like rates cut. Does that equal lower interest rate? Who the hell knows anymore? Are they going to monetary ease and print $6 trillion again and cause a lot of inflation? I don't know. But I will tell you that my take on this is I always expect the best and plan for the worst. So I'm future tripping a problem and fixing that problem up in the future, which is frankly where data pins came from. How do I fix bad content that was bad 8 years ago? We fixed it way before the algorithm penalized bad content. And now we have this fabulous process, but it was problems I saw in the future. And if I'm a roofer, I'm praying for hail maybe. I don't have an ethical issue with that. It's like, God, let it hail this year, and I'll go fix those roofs. But ideally, you're just marching like crazy all the time. The biggest problem I see is that a roofer or any contractor is just out there doing work, feeling pretty good one year, and then the next year not doing so well. There wasn't a hailstorm or the economy went sideways. But guys, anybody who markets like a madman and really hammers the living hell out of it, they just do better if the market's better for your business, or if it hails, they do better. When it hails and you're optimized on Google and now ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, Gemini, the phone rings off the hook. I mean, it's uncanny if you've never had this type of business before. But if it doesn't hail, I've got a guy in a metropolitan area that gets 5 million, gets 25 calls a day with no storm. So non-storm years are great and storms crazy. And if you're looking up right now and going, God, I hope that Trump does this or the Fed does that or the economy fixes stuff that I get more roofing jobs, I'd highly encourage you to be proactive and say, I'm hope for the best, but by God, I'm going to market and be the best in my market so that Google recognizes me, so that AI recognizes me, and I deserve to show up in rankings. So what did I do 2 years ago, me personally? So how I come to market, I do it a little differently. We're data pens. We champion your roofing brand. So what we do, the suite of things to get a roofer up in ranking, slightly different than what I do for me to come out to you to show you my services, because you sell roofs and we sell digital marketing, data pens stuff. So it's slightly different. But I, in 2024, became very prolific in marketing and never stopped and kept ramping up. And now we're busy all the time. And so I would encourage you to do that. Yeah, sure. I want the economy to be the best it can be. I want it to be favorable for business, whether it's a roof going on, our digital marketing services, or going to buy an apple at the store. Whatever it is, I want it to be the best it can be. But I'm also very proactive on my brand. We would help you, and you should be proactive on your brand. You should never quit marketing because you were busy. And I don't care how busy you were. I dragged my 52-year-old self in here at least once a week to do content, to market, to get stuff out for our brands. And if you haven't been making any attempt for that, or your website just sits there with some reviews and you try to get more reviews and you wonder what's happening, I know what's happening. I know that you're not championing enough aspects of that brand to get up in ranking. And that you care if the economy was as bad as it's gotten for the contractor in the past couple of years, but you wouldn't care as much. And you would be doing well in the downtime, and you'd kick it out of the park on the uptime, whether that was economically driven or whether it was hail or storm driven. So that's my take on it. Who the heck knows? I follow Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. He thinks the interest rates are going to stay high because of the bonds and the screwed up money supply and just the instability. Maybe that 30 rate doesn't go up. So here they come with an interest rate cut, and the government gets to refinance trillions at a lower rate, which I think it sounds like we need to do, but I'm not a macro economist. But that may not trickle down to the 30-year rate. It might just keep going up over the years because of economic instability, even if that prime rate goes down. So I would highly encourage you to get on that brand, and no matter what happens, champion that brand. Guys that do this and never lay off of it are all up in ranking. I think that for now, like ChatGPT and Grok has expanded search but not diminished Google. Google's still 91%. We optimize you for all this stuff, but I think Google's going to lose some eventually to these AI platforms. But we optimize for all that. The point is, I want up on Google. I want up on ChatGPT and Grok and Perplexity and all these organic, wonderful places to be. If you type in any market and look for a roofer, you're going to find the biggest guys at top. And yes, they get daily call volume and stay busier during down times. And so we really can't affect what's going to happen with that, and whether it has some anomaly like lower interest rates, but the 30-year doesn't change, which means people don't trade houses as much, which means there's less roofs. So how do you fix all these things? Don't worry about it. Market like a madman, deserve to show up in a ranking, take your rightful place, and say, by God, I'm going to be the best brand. Google's going to love me. AI is going to love me. I'm going to sit out the best brand signals with data pins. I'm going to work with Roofing Webmasters. Just do something all the time and make it the best. I know that a lot of you guys have been messed around by marketing companies, but that doesn't mean you just stop. You just don't stop. It's your business. It's the number one thing. I was a contractor. I'm a contractor again, but I learned that marching was the best thing. That's kind of how I ended up doing this for other contractors. But I'd like to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to speaking with you.